Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. How is everyone? Good. Can you believe it's August 1st, 2023? My goodness gracious, time flies. August 1st already, which means, of course, we have our annual ice cream social coming up August 2nd, 5 to 7 p.m. I'm so excited. I will be there with bells on, and I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so I will just go on to what's going on for the week, and then I'll make sure and introduce two residents that George has something to say, and so does John. So I'll just go through the week and then hand it off to those gentlemen, and then Jeff. Okay, so today in Marion Hall, Susan Brower is back, and she is our travelogue photographer, interesting traveler. She is discussing Amsterdam, the city of secrets. So that is what her topic is for her travelogue today. And that's at 10 a.m., of course, in Marion Hall. And then I'll just move on for tomorrow. Wednesday, August 2nd, is our TED Talks at 1 p.m. There's 3 topics for your enjoyment. They are a 3-step guide to believing in yourself, why we are so bad at reporting good news, and I really enjoyed that one. Just my plug for that particular one. I thought it was fascinating. And the 3rd topic is, are solar panels worth it? So 3 topics of TED Talks. In addition, on Wednesday, of course, we have our 1 p.m. cribbage. At 1:30, there's 500. And then there's alterations tomorrow from 3 to 4. The sign up for alterations is over there, but I know that she's welcomed people. You can just show up if you don't have an opportunity to sign up. She's willing to schedule you in, from my understanding. And of course, we have our ice cream social from 5 to 7 p.m. The tickets are still on sale upstairs at both the east and west entrance with the concierge. And that's $5 for the tickets, and that's the hot dogs and chips and pop. And of course we have our entertainment, which is the Hot Toddies, and they're a lot of fun. The singer for the Hot Toddies is very charismatic, and I know we enjoyed her last year, so I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure you are as well. All right, I'll move on to Thursday, the 3rd, 9 and 11 is recorded coffee chats, and the excursion is to Circus Giovantes, and that departs at 10:25. There has been some cancellations, so I will be calling and moving some people up because there was a few cancellations. So you may, if you have signed up, take a peek at the list and just see where you are, and maybe even approach me. That always works as well. But I will try to work on that today to make sure that there are 21 individuals, because there's definitely more than 21 that signed up, that you're able to go. The check is, you would make that out to Ridgepoint. It's $18.50, and it's Excalibur at the Circus Giovantes, a performing arts circus school dedicated to inspiring artistry. So it's going to be an interesting excursion, I am hoping. I haven't been there, but I've heard good things about it. The lunch is before the production, and that is at Famous Dave's, and that's at 11 a.m., the reservations, and then the production starts at 1. Okay, August 4th, Friday, we have recorded coffee chats at 1 p.m. And 1 p.m. we have our bridge and poker. And of course, every Friday we have, generally, we have our happy hour in Marion Hall at 4 p.m. And 7 p.m. is our movie night in Marion Hall. And the movie is The Iron Lady, a biographical drama film based on the life and career of Margaret Thatcher, a British politician who was the longest serving Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of the 20th century and the first woman to hold the office. Great movie, if you haven't seen that. Saturday is our men's breakfast at 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. is bingo. And then, of course, on Sunday, the vans takes individuals to various places of worship on Sunday. So I will hand it over to John, if you want to come up and do your announcement, and then George will be next.
Okay, thank you for those of you that signed up for the helping out, volunteering for the ice cream social coming up tomorrow. We still have spots if you're available. Unlike myself, some showed up to the 2 o'clock meeting. I slept through it and found out that they did all right without me. But I'd like those of you that are going to be serving and helping volunteer to meet with various people. I've got Dorothy Luth is going to be kind of the person that will let the kitchen know what materials are needed. Those of you that are working around the area there where buns and so forth, chips and so on, are being served, if you're running low of anything, make sure that Dorothy knows that. Any other problems, holler to Dorothy and she'll help out on that as well. The grillers, I would like you to meet with Lloyd, and then you can decide whether you want a first shift, second shift, and if you need to recruit, you're going to have to maybe look at the list again to see who is on that list that said they'll help out anywhere. I'll take care of the cleanup with Joanne Cox, and Bev are on that list as well, and we'll work the garbage bags. Then Jan Burson, she is going to be, as she has in the past, and also Bev Van Dixhorn is seeing to it that the hot dog is placed in the bun properly. And then from there, where it goes, that's kind of their responsibility. So some are very adept at that, and so make sure you check in with Jan. She'll be at the table she's at right now, Jan. Yeah, right there. And so those of you that are working in that area. What other area was there? You know that Patty has got this thing under control, and it's her deal to run, and she does it so well. We just, as members of the council and interested parties, just want to help her out whatever we can. If any of you are able and willing and see a neighbor that is difficult for them to get up and get the hot dog, we usually have runners. Those are the young people that come in, and we serve them pizza beforehand, and then they're all set to go, and they have a good time serving us. But make it known that there are those around you that need some help, and if you can't find a runner, maybe those of you that are more able-bodied can help them out. Any questions on that?
Yes. Is Jeff going to be in charge of parking?
Well, I know where my party is going to be parking if he is. That's an inside joke. Yeah, Jeff, we'll find out. We'll find someplace for him. And Jeff's boss is usually here too. And I meet with him on a regular basis and critique, and I usually put it in written form, but I, on this day, orally give what I feel that are some areas that Jeff could improve in. So if you see John, this is Jeff's boss, he's glad to get that input from you.
Good morning. Some people were asking about where all this money goes. Also, if I may add to John's Everything we get goes to improve some of the things like the AED. We bought that. We bought stuff for the gym. We bought a piano. So that's where all your monies go. Any questions? Okay, Tuesday, August 8th, 3 o'clock, Marion Hall. There's an AED presentation. Lasts about a half an hour. So for those who want to save a life or want to know how they're saving your life, please attend. Any questions on that? That's it.
Say, George, I'm sorry, you're the one they're supposed to see for tickets. I forgot to say that.
Okay, so George, you're the one that's,
So George
you're supposed to see for
has the
tickets.
money for the tickets.
Okay.
And George, what time do you think you want to start selling tickets outside? 4 o'clock? 3
Yeah,
o'clock?
we can start at 4.
So those that had volunteered to help out with ticket sales
And we
would
don't need
approach
two-
George.
We don't need 2 shifts on that.
Okay,
So maybe 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other side.
okay.
and
So
they
2
can
people
sell.
on both sides helping with the sales tickets?
That's what we did last year.
Get,
Okay.
get it from George.
All right, so check in with George. If that's what you've signed up for, George can direct you as to where to go. I want to, before I forget, I will be out of town. I leave on Thursday, so as a result, there is no exercise Friday and then the following week, and I will start up all ready to go once I come back from my vacation. So I just want to let you know no exercise through next week. All right, thank you.
Good morning. Does anyone know where the Canary Islands are? Where? I need more precise. Who knows exactly where they are? Where in Africa? By Morocco?
Yeah.
Jillian doesn't know, and that's where she's spending her vacation. So, also I know Tuesday is salad day, and John Samuelson eats salad every week. I'm gonna sprinkle some melatonin on his salad so he sleeps through the ice cream social. I don't need that attitude at the ice cream social. Everyone else, we need your attitude at the ice cream social. It's a fun day. It's gonna be hot, humid, drink lots of water. After many, many years, I know that by 6 o'clock, we will be in full shade. Okay? So that will make a huge difference. I don't know if I'm going to be in charge of parking or not. But since Paula has broken her leg and is not around, boy, she does a lot. And I'm using that as an excuse for why we haven't made any progress on 991 and a few other things. But I think I will be in charge of the marketing tent tomorrow, so we'll find someone to do parking. But if the parking is a huge, huge predicament for me, not for the ice cream social, but for life in general at Ridge Point. We've got a wait list for parking. We prefer that residents park behind the building, okay? It's kind of a pain in the butt to park behind the building sometimes, so when a resident parks in front of our building, we're okay with that. What I think we're going to have to address moving forward is the parking there all the time, using it as a parking spot. That's not the spirit of that front parking lot. And we just, and I don't like to do a lot of signs. I'm talking publicly about it now, but I think I'll just try and do it individually with people when we see them parking up front and all that stuff. What we do is, and people that are on the garage wait list, we have a lot more slack with, than those that aren't. If you are not on the garage wait list, then you should park behind the building. That's your choice to not pay for parking, so then you park where the permanent resident parking is. All right? As you can see, the east vestibule is being redone. There's a couple things there that I think are interesting. One is we had that expensive brown wallpaper on that, right? Does everyone know what I'm talking about? In the west building, it's a silver, and in the east building, it's brown. And in the east building, it got all beat up. Early on, frayed, looked like crap. What had happened was there were too many indents and corners and angles in the east vestibule so that the corners would get rubbed and irritated. That's what led to all the fraying of the wallpaper. So what they did is they're making those walls flat so that the wallpaper will go on and not get wrecked because of all the corners. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and this is just, maybe it's interesting, maybe it isn't, but I don't have a lot to say because I wasn't here yesterday, so I'm making it up as I go along. Much like our resident council, John and George must have slept through the meeting when they planned when they were going to start selling tickets at the ice cream social, because we all had to listen to those two go back and forth. I'd rather start my hair on fire than listen to those two. But in the entryway, there is a lockbox. They're made by Knox, K-N-O-X. It's a Knox box. And what that is all the emergency, police, fire, ambulance, when they come to a multi-family dwelling or a multi-unit dwelling, if they need to get in, they have a key, and only they have a key, that they can open that box, and inside that box are keys to the building. And we had a box that had worked fine for, I gotta figure out how many years, 38 years. But it wasn't a Knox box. So we got involved in the government bureaucracy and we had to get a Knox box, and okay, we get a Knox box, and they sent me a proposal and stuff, and I said, that box that you sent me isn't quite big enough. We've got a key to the elevator, not a key, but a tool to open up an elevator door that is 7 inches long. You know those little holes on the elevator doors? You put that key in there, or that tool in there, and you can open the door. Well, that tool is 7 inches long, and so we need a bigger box. Guess what they said back?
6-inch box.
No, that tool doesn't go in that box. You need another box near the elevators for that tool. So,
Thousands of dollars is that?
it's not thousands of dollars. It's, and my time isn't worth anything, so that's okay. But sometimes it just stinks to be Jeff Evenson. Everything you touch seems to fall apart some days. But I've given a number of tours, and I cannot say how grateful I am to the people that live here that just nod, say hello, welcome. I went by down the vestibule, or the promenade in the east building, where there were 2 groups of people playing cards. And all 4 of them said, welcome, welcome, welcome. It just felt so cool. People always say how inviting, how wonderful the people are here. And there's an absolute truth to that. And that does set us apart. And so I think that's a testament to everyone. And the ice cream social is an opportunity to show that. What I was thinking of the other day is we are independent living. And we're not here for health care and all that stuff. That does not mean we don't help our neighbors. The fact that we are independent allows us to better help our neighbors. And that's really, really, really cool. So, I'm looking forward to the ice cream social. I hope you are too. I'm gonna make sure that we do not have yogurt tomorrow afternoon, because that's how I am. Anyway, birthdays. Anyone have a birthday today or tomorrow?
I don't.
Huh?
August 1st.
Yep. Oh. They don't. Do you know what I thought just now? I looked at the birthdays. I thought the birthdays, I'm so used to the menu calendar being the 26th to the 25th that I thought I wasn't worried about the Julian calendar. I was worried about the Ridgepoint calendar. August 3rd, Susan Boren. August 4th, our hot dog inspector, Jan Bergerson. And Sandy Cobes have birthdays. On the 7th, Emily Larson. Happy birthday on the 7th. Stephen Sinekin on the 9th. And we'll get the rest next week. Anniversaries. Roger and Bev Park, August 6th, as Lori and Monty Lovick. Were you married on Saturday?
I don't remember.
What happened? This is the kind of stuff that goes in my mind. Roger and Bev Parks, August 6th, 1965. Lori and Monty Lovick, August 6th, 1966. So if 66 was a leap year, would both of those be Saturday? After we sing happy birthday, I'll go up to my office and do a little research on the calendar, and then I'll start my day. But happy anniversary, Lori. Lori, do you not really, you don't remember what day of the week it was when you got married?
No. Nice, warm, hot day that turned stormy, that's what I remember.
Kind of like your marriage. The day started out good and got a little stormy. Her marriage started out good and got a little stormy. The waters have settled down quite nicely, haven't they, Lori? You two are beautiful together. Happy anniversary. Okay, let's sing happy birthday to our friends. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. See you tomorrow night. Yep. Have a good week, everybody.